Okay guys, credit repair video is here. I'm just gonna, literally this video is just to explain to you really quick, just the overview of like the steps that you need to take and kind of explain to you why. And then after that, hopefully attached to this, or I might get your guys' emails and then just send it to you. But I could attach like the template and kind of like a quick little, like, I guess, to-do list, if you will, of things. I shouldn't be super simple. It's just supposed to help you guys. I'm not a credit repair professional or anything like that, so this is purely off of my own experience. So the first thing you want to do is you need to know what you're dealing with. So you guys need to pull a credit report. Don't use Credit Karma for this. Credit Karma is cool for like credit monitoring, but for this you need something really detailed. So you want a consumer report. Now every year through the government you're allowed one free consumer report, so you guys can go and Google that, or I might attach a link. I'll try to find a link and I'll attach it. And you guys can pull one there. The other option you guys have is if you want to use someone who can pull the report for you, then I can help you guys with that. I don't know if there's any cost involved to have someone else pull the report for you. I believe there might be, but it wouldn't be more than like $30 or $35. Just, I'm gonna throw that out there if you guys want it. If not, get the free one, that's fine. I don't care. Whatever works for you guys. And so the first thing you want to do is once you get that list together is you want to kind of go through and make sure you don't see any fraud. Make sure that the addresses and everything just match your name and addresses you've lived at and all of that. Once you guys confirm that everything looks like you or doesn't, obviously dispute the stuff that looks like fraud. But the things that are there that you're like, okay, these are things that I've kind of seen, these are things I want to dispute or figure out more information about. At that point, what I want you guys to do is make a list. Okay, so you want to make a list of all the creditors, their addresses, their phone numbers, and what they're collecting from you and how much and why. Figure out what it is. After you get to that and you get that whole list put together, there's a few things that you want to look for. So this video's gonna end. Okay, that timing. Anyways, so once you guys get that together, I want you guys to look for anything that's beyond the statute of limitations. So you want to go onto Google. I might be able to attach a link to that. I'm gonna try and do that. That's for the statute of limitations, because depending on what kind of creditors are after you, whether they're student loans, credit cards, phone bills, medical bills, I don't know, you name it, they all have different statute of limitations. And what that basically means is that after so many years, this time frame, they can't collect from you anymore. So those you can dispute right away with your credit bureaus, whichever ones they're reporting under, and you can put the reason for dispute is that they're past the statute of limitations, and then voila, they'll drop off. Now, I believe the way that the bureau works is that whatever you do the ones that you do during the month, need like a whole month or start the next month or something is when they start to drop off or something like that. So it's not gonna be right away, but it's gonna happen. Just give it time and keep following up, because I don't know if that video caught what I said last, but always follow up, because you just never know, and no one cares about your credit as much as you do, right? So you just got to keep up with it. So the next thing you're going to do is, once you have the list of all the creditors, their phone numbers, addresses, all that stuff, what you want to do is send them a debt validation letter. This is so important. So I'm going to explain the reasoning behind it. Sorry, Max is in here with me, so he might be making noise. Anyways, so the debt validation letter is designed to send it out to creditors to make them prove the debt, hence debt validation, right? So a lot of times, like in my own example, is I had an uncollected medical bill from some hospital. I forgot where it was a long time ago, and they sent me through like multiple companies who were all trying to collect from me over this span of like 5 or 6 years. And so it was like 4 different companies. They just kept passing off my like collections account, whatever. Different companies kept picking it up. So the way that works is, once the hospital gets sick of pursuing you, they sell your collections to a collection agency. They will continue to try and get you because they keep a commission of whatever you end up paying. And then when they get annoyed that they're not able to collect from you, they pass you off to another collection agency who then takes a smaller cut but also does a commission to try and get you to pay. And that's why they harass you and make you feel like shit and make you want to pay all, or make you like basically try to pay all this money off at once. So anyways, that's what they keep passing around. The benefit to you is, because they're passing it around so much, is that eventually somewhere along the way, most creditors lose track of the paperwork you signed originally saying, boom, you owe this debt. So this is kind of where this letter saves your butt if it's something that, I feel like a fraudster even telling you guys this. This is coming off all wrong. Basically, oh, sorry, Max is shaking the table. Basically, if they can't prove that you owe it, you don't owe it. So what you have to do is send out this letter. The important part the important part and super duper most important part of all of this debt validation letter stuff is that you have to send it certified mail. I think it might be like $10 a letter or whatever, or something like that, but when you send it certified, they let you know as soon as it gets received by the company that you sent it to. The reason why it's so important is because in the debt validation letter, sorry, I keep shaking the table. Maxie. It gives them 30 days to prove the debt. So if they, let's say you drop it off on the 1st of the month, and by the next month, they haven't responded, then you go to your credit bureau, or, electronically, don't show up there. And then, you just tell them like, hey, I want to dispute this. I asked them for debt validation. They never sent it to me. They have 30 days. Double check though. I'll double check and I'll attach it in the email, but I don't know if the debt validation is 30 business days or 30 calendar days. So that's going to be important. Keep track of it and save your receipts, because you have to be able to prove that you sent it and that, God, I forgot I was singing again. Anyways, you have to be able to prove that you sent it and that the 30 days have passed and that they didn't send you anything back. So make sure you give them the correct mailing address and give them that opportunity to send that paperwork back to you. I'm telling you right now, like 70% of the time, maybe even 80% of the time, no one's going to send you anything, okay? Which then you'll have, like, rightfully, you'll be able to dispute it because they don't want to prove that you owe it, so you don't owe it anymore. Bam. There's that trick. Next thing I'm going to tell you guys is after you wait for that and you report and everything, if you are if you get a debt validation letter back or whatever, or not back, but they send the verification of your debt, right? And then you need to pay them. Before you pay anyone, and remember this, please, this is so important. Before you pay anyone anything, you have to get in writing. Okay, I thought that was a stop. No, I'm confused. You have to get in writing that they are going to delete your collection account from your credit report, because technically you didn't pay it on time, so they legally can still put on your credit report that you didn't pay it off and that it did go to collections, and basically continue to report negatively on you, which in that case is like, if you're going to have it report negatively to you anyways, then why even pay it? It becomes a waste of your money. So before you pay anything, you make them give it to you in writing that they're going to delete it completely from your credit report, with all credit, or not all creditors, all credit bureaus that they're reporting with, that they're going to delete, keyword, delete the entire collection account from all of the bureaus. And then once they do, they're going to mail it to you or email it to you, however that works. You're going to negotiate an amount. You can pay whatever you owe fully, because some of them won't budge with that. But if you give them your situation, like obviously nowadays everything is so expensive and people don't make a lot of money or not enough money to pay off all this stuff. They want to get paid on the spot. These people that are calling you to collect this money, okay, sorry, Max is getting loud, but the people that are calling you to collect this money from you, they get paid a commission, and they only get paid if you pay them on the phone during that call, or if you call them back at a later time to do it. Now, a lot of them will set up installments where you could be like, oh, I could pay you $100 a month for the next 3 to 4 months, but I don't think they usually go past like 6 months, because most people probably won't pay. But these people make a commission, so negotiate and be like, look, I can't pay you this much, I can pay you this much during this time frame at this many payments. If not, then whatever. But if you sound too desperate, they won't negotiate with you, so you gotta kind of be smart with that one. If you guys need more tips on that, you can let me know and I can try to help you. But anyways, and that's pretty much it. You just follow those simple steps, find out what the problem is on your credit report, write all the creditors down, send debt validations, check the statute of limitations, and dispute when the time is right, which is after you pass after you've passed the statute of limitation, or after your debt validation letter has been sent out by certified mail. So important, certified mail, for 30 days and you haven't received a response. And remember, we need to double check the business days or calendar days, but if you haven't gotten a response, then dispute them. And this is something that's kind of like a process, so you guys really have to keep at it and don't give up. Keep doing it, because right now your credit might be crap for the next couple months, maybe even for like a year, until you can afford to pay everything off. But eventually later, when you're ready to make big purchases, cars, houses, even some people can't get like an apartment because their credit's so bad. You gotta be positive and think about how this is gonna benefit you in the future, and plan for like ahead instead of like tomorrow. So think, fuck, in a year from, excuse me language, but in like a year from now, my credit's gonna be banging, or like 2-3 years, whatever it is. So just don't give up and keep at it, keep up with it, and follow up with whatever you need to do, and then download Credit Karma and keep an eye on it and just watch your score climb. If you guys have any more questions, like specific ones, you guys can DM me and I will help you as best as I can. Okay, and you guys will probably have my emails at the end of this, so I'm always here if you guys have questions. So good luck, do what you do, and let me know how it goes. Okay, bye.